안녕하세요 여러분들. Good night and good morning. 안녕하세요. Welcome to another of my morning coffee chat. This is episode 36. And I am here once again with my favorite almond chocolate cookie at the cafe here, which I came to, actually I came here like once last month, I think, just beside the park. And a very good Sunday morning if you are in Europe, good Sunday evening if you are in Singapore, and good Thursday night if you are in America. Usually Sundays like it's very slow start here on my live stream. People in Europe right now are going to church. People in Singapore having your family day dinner. And people in America, it's a Thursday night, so you gotta sleep early so you can go to church early tomorrow morning. So yeah, Sundays tend to be like, Sunday live stream tends to be a lot quieter. Comparatively. And right here I am having the favorite Turkish almond chocolate cookie. This thing goes so well with coffee. Especially yesterday I fasted one whole day, so 48 hours without food so far. This thing just tastes so amazingly different. Like every bite is so crunchy, fragrant when you have not eaten for 48 hours. And Sunday mornings tend to be very quiet here in Istanbul as well. I think this is a lot of people, but like Saturday mornings or every other morning, this whole place will be crowded. It's not very empty, very quiet today. Turkish people tend to like sleep in on Sundays, and a lot of shops and restaurants don't even open on Sundays. So if you want to come to Istanbul and hit the road running, like straight away you come on that morning, that day you expect to do something, don't come on a Sunday. Good morning, Brian. No, at last people are coming. Good Sunday evening. How was your family day? See, it's a very strange, very unique, I can't say strange, but very unique Singaporean culture, where every Sunday needs to be family day. Is this culture still on? When I was still living in Singapore, I thought the whole world do something like that. But ever since I left Singapore, I've not heard this term called Sunday family day or what kind of family day before. Like in other parts of the world, when I hear about family day, it's kind of like a once in a blue moon, unplanned kind of thing, like maybe once in a couple of years you get together with a family. But in Singapore, like family day is every single Sunday, if I remember correctly. Brian, I just hit the like button. Thank you, Brian. Brian, family day is still pretty common in Singapore. Yeah. So, the thing is, I really want to let you guys know that this thing is a unique Singapore culture. Okay, you're not gonna see this anywhere else in the world. This Sunday is family day thing is a Singaporean thing. Like Singaporeans always struggle to find what's our culture, what we're about, right? Actually, Singaporeans do a lot of things that are very unique, but Singaporeans tend to think that these things are not unique and that the rest of the world are doing the same thing. That is the whole interesting twist about it, that Singaporeans do a lot of things that are very unique, but thinking that this is what the whole world does, like this is a global metropolitan kind of a thing to do. But no, it's very Singaporean. And one of those things is this: every Sunday is family day. Is a very Singaporean thing. I don't even hear this overseas in very Christian families. Even when I was serving in church in China, and even in America, when I talk to my church-going friends, they never describe Sundays as family days. To them, they want to go to church, you go to church, and if their kids, sometimes the kids don't like it, they don't go. Like it's not a family thing. So yeah, it's just a very interesting realization after all this time overseas. And not just this, no, Brian. Everything that Singaporean Chinese think is our Chinese New Year tradition is made up by Singaporeans. I spent 10 years in China. I saw Chinese people do none of the things that Singaporean Chinese do in Singapore during Chinese New Year. None of it. There's no bringing two miserable oranges to someone's house. No. There's no elders must give ang pao to everybody. No. Good night at Haifa. Narcissus. Brian, yes. Chinese New Year gathering seems like a must do. Yes, only the gathering itself is a must do. And only the gathering, even the gathering is different now, because Singaporeans these days, like, for Chinese New Year gathering, you bring your family and go on a tour, mostly, right? But Chinese still, like, they will not only not go on a tour, but when they are on a tour or in other province or other country, by hook or by crook, they'll make it back to their hometown. By hook or by crook. Always like a huge congestion. If you watch my video on how I survived the China zombie train, yeah, it's like that, If you miss Chinese New Year gatherings, you become the odd one out. So what if you are the odd one out, by the way? Haifa. Ian, Teshikullal. How's your Sunday, Haifa? It's a very slow Sunday and today is a very cold and very sunny day here in Istanbul. 4 degrees Celsius in the morning and so much sun. It's so sunny today. Oh, look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Got a tear in my eyes and I just can't. It's a dream. I forgot the lyrics. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation and the only explanation I can find. I don't celebrate EID. What's EID? Your Sunday mornings are the slowest mornings in Istanbul. Good morning, Andy. Hosebo. For those of you who just joined, Haifa. I had busy Saturday, celebrated my girl's 12th birthday, so slow Sunday is okay. I see. Happy birthday to your daughter. Congrats, Haifa here is a mom of countless children. It's amazing how she managed. Argue. No, I'm late to your stream. Good morning. No, you're not late. We just started 10 minutes ago, so you're actually very early. EID is Hari Raya. Oh, I see. And for those of you who just joined, today is a very cold 4 degrees Celsius morning. Sunday morning here in Istanbul. Very sunny Sunday morning. And I'm back here in this cafe that I streamed from last month. Okay, well, it's been a month. My favorite coffee. And almond chocolate cookie, which is this shop's specialty, goes so well with coffee. A very, very slow Sunday morning here in Istanbul. Sunday mornings are very slow in Turkey. In fact, a lot of the shops, most of the shops, you see, it's all closed. Most of the shops and restaurants are closed on Sundays here in Istanbul. So if you want to come to Istanbul and you expect to start like exploring and shopping on day one. Don't come on Sundays, you know. Well, 11, and for those of you who just joined, remember, help me by smashing the like button, right? In case you guys are bothered with how I keep doing this, I'm sorry, because I cut my own hair and I do a terrible job on my fringe, and so hair keeps getting in my eyes. Agio, oh really? Agio, cold mornings are the best. Yeah, cold autumn mornings are the best. Cold winter morning is another thing altogether. Cold winter mornings are unbearable. And oh, Agio, where are you watching from? I've seen I see you so much lately. I don't know where you're from. Oh, that's a famous street dog of Istanbul. Very fat street dog. Oh, just gone off. Oh well. Brian, very interesting question from Brian. Which country has the fastest pace? Okay, which country that I have experienced personally, has the fastest pace? Korea, South Korea, Seoul, specifically Seoul. You cannot say country. Brian, as Singaporeans tend to talk about countries as a whole, but out here in other countries, every city is so different. So you usually cannot generalize of that this country is like that country is like that. Every city in the country is so different. Every state in the US is so different. They might as well have been all different countries, and they used to be, right? So yes, to me, in all my experience overseas, the fastest pace that I've ever experienced was in Seoul, South Korea, and the slowest pace that I've ever experienced is Brisbane, Australia. So slow pace. But okay, that was 30 years ago. Okay, so I don't know what Brisbane is like right now, but 30 years ago when I was in Brisbane, it was slow pace, man. It was slow snail pace. Wow. Neil, good morning, Limpeh. Merhaba, günaydın, afiyet olsun. Oh, Neil, you're in Turkey? Teşekkür ederim, sağ ol. And let's take a look. Agio, I'm watching from Malaysia. Oh, selamat malam. 3 p.m. in Malaysia right now. I see. Which part of Malaysia are you from? Brian, I always thought Hong Kong pace is super fast. I visited Hong Kong, but I've never lived in Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong many times, but I've not lived in Hong Kong. So I cannot comment on if it is fast or slow pace. That's why they said for most people it's just thought, because you never really done it, never really experienced it. So before you really experience it, all this information just kind of like yes or no, you'll never really know, you know. For me, I've been to Hong Kong many times, but I still cannot comment on whether or not it's really that fast paced, only because I've never really lived there. Yeah. Jack McDonald, it's still slow. I'm from Gold Coast. Oh, Gold Coast, yeah. I drove to Gold Coast from Brisbane, yes. To Cairns. I drove to Cairns from Brisbane 30 years ago. But wow, glad to know that it's still slow pace, because I think if you ask me what I like about life in Australia, is the slow paceness. It's how slow it is, you know. When I was in Brisbane, every weekend I would just hang out in King George Square and then go to the South Bank, just sitting by the South Bank, watching the water, watching people dress crazy. And by 5 o'clock everything closes, and then I'm kind of done as well, you know. and then the real fun starts. All the street bars open, and then you get free beer coupons, so you can collect like 10 coupons and then have 10 drinks for free, you know, and get yourself stoned without spending a single cent. That was 30 years ago. Agio, Kuala Lumpur. Oh, I've been to Kuala Lumpur only like a few hours. I was passing through Kuala Lumpur going to Penang. Neil. No, I'm very fluent in Turkey. You won't believe I'm JB. JB used to be my Cheikohyang. Used to be my second home, JB. I go to JB so much. I contributed so much to JB economy back then. Haifa. Singapore is most crowded everywhere on Sunday. Oh, in Turkey, everywhere is isolated. Everywhere is deserted on Sundays. right now I can walk down the main shopping street, right, and you'll be all empty. No cars, no people. Yeah. Very amazing. Agio, how old are you? I'm coming 46. And for those of you who just joined my live stream, welcome. This is oh, hold on. Wow, it's coming. Agio, I'm gonna guess you're around 23. Agio, you know I'm middle aged. You have been watching my video, so I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Okay, thank you very much, Agio, for the compliment. Neil, yes, a lot of Singaporeans like to come to JB on Sundays for marketing. Oh, for me, I went to JB most when I was in the Navy. So I was in the Navy for 7 years, and every time my ship comes back to Singapore, I don't like to stay in Singapore. Every time my ship comes back to Singapore, I go straight to JB until I have to sail again. So I literally ever since I was in the Navy, I pretty much never lived in Singapore. I'm either always posted overseas, or when my ship comes back, I'm always in JB. Agio, you look so young. Yeah, that's why people come to my channel for anti-aging tips. In fact, my channel is actually more well known as an anti-aging channel, which of course to me is all incidentally, because I never intended it to be so. I never like a full-time anti-aging guru thing, no. Haifa, Chok Yi, and Guizel City, and Guizel Istanbul. Agio, haha. Earth is round. Hello, Earth is round. And good morning, Laura. And Neil, life in JB is very laid back too. Oh yeah, very. Not as laid back as in Brisbane. I can tell you that. JB is still not laid back like Brisbane. For those of you who just joined my live stream, who are new to my live stream, welcome. This is a live stream where every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe or location here in Istanbul. Grab a coffee and chat about everything and anything. Okay, about where I am, where I've been, all my travels around the world, right? Basically just a coffee chat. And if you like this form of a live stream, do subscribe and hit the like button, the notification button, so that you can know whenever I come on. I stream every morning, Turkey time, 10 a.m. Turkey time. And I do a 2 hours meditation every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Turkey time, which I did yesterday. So if meditation is your thing, if spirituality is your thing, do join me every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Turkey time. Agio, I've never been to America before. How good is the environment in America? Well, Agio, like I said, you cannot really talk about America as a whole. Just like you cannot talk about Malaysia as a whole. Malaysia is different everywhere. Penang is different from KL. KL is different from JB, right? So different. Even the language is different, yeah? So, America is different. I would say America is as many countries as there are different states. So you cannot generalize. Everywhere in America is so different, yeah. And I have been to a lot of places in America, but I live primarily in New York. And New York, in terms of environment, I don't think I need to tell you. You just have to look at all the Gotham City things. It is like that. New York is Gotham City, by the way. In case you guys don't know, if you watch Batman and Marvel, Gotham City is New York City. And it is exactly like that. And it exactly feels like that. Especially at night. Oh. Neil, how are the street dogs and cats coping with the cold weather? Oh, Neil, go to my channel and look for this video called How Street Cats of Istanbul Survive Autumn and Winter. I show you guys the 4 main ways they survive. So nice. It will blow your mind, Neil. If you want your mind blown today, go to my channel and search for How Street Cats in Istanbul Survive Autumn and Winter. You will be surprised. You will not see this anywhere else in the world. Neil, I've been to Istanbul March 2018. Oh, okay, for a shop trip, 4 days. I see. One of the days was a Sunday, was quite cold. In March in March is spring, so I suppose March, if I remember correctly, March, how was March like? If you're from JB, if you're from Southeast Asia, yes, March as the whole is cold because it's spring, springtime. And just 2 months after the coldest month in Istanbul, which is January, the lowest of 7 degrees. Yeah. If you come on in January, it goes as low as -4 degrees, -5. I think -6. Right now it's 4 degrees. I think with the sun like that, it's probably about 5 or 6 degrees right now. Oh, very nice discussion this morning, huh? Good morning, Tressa. You know, Tressa is one of those enigma of my live stream always. He or she will just pop a good morning and then just keep quiet throughout the whole thing. He or she never have anything to say to me. Never any question. Just a nice good morning. And no, I'm not saying in a bad way, no. I think it's very classy. I think it's very cool. You know, it's like every day you go to school and then there's this dude or this girl who every time he or she passes you by will just say good morning and then just move on. And then just keep doing it every single day consistently. If you can do a simple thing like this every single day consistently, you look damn cool. If you can do one small thing consistently every single day, you look like magic to normal people, really, just like that. See, a lot of people think that miraculous acts are like you need to be able to levitate and fly or walk on water. No. Miraculous things are you can do one small thing every single day, or you can do one simple yoga movement 1,800 times in front of other people. People will see it as a miracle. That is true miracle. You know, you don't have to fly or walk on water. Istanbul looks beautiful. Istanbul is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and Turkey is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and Turkey is the country with the most, I would say, historical relic sites and biblical sites in the world. In fact, here in Istanbul, in one of the museums, I saw what they claim to be the staff of Moses, and I saw the beard of Prophet Muhammad. They all keep all this holy relic. It's a kind of a museum for holy relics, and I saw it all here. Who, like, don't you think it's damn cool? Who, especially if you're Christian, can claim you have seen Moses stuff? I can, no, I can. That stuff that Moses held up is here in Istanbul. And if you're Muslim, can you claim to have ever seen Prophet Muhammad's beard for real? I can, you know. I saw it. It's all in Istanbul. Istanbul, Turkey is so magical on so many levels. Oh, bad hair day. Every day is a bad hair day for me. Cool. Ron Lucas. Good morning, Ron Lucas, my spiritual counterpart in the West. Good morning and good Saturday evening to you. Oh, the almond. Oh, almond sticking all over my throat. Near, I stay in an area near Taksim, hang around with street cats. They were all over. I find Istanbul a heaven. I've not seen a second city in the world where the people and the street animals have such a symbiotic relationship. Like in most cities in the world, you see human and street animals as separate. But here in Istanbul, you will experience human and street animals living symbiotically, living as equals in the same space. Cats will go into restaurants and cafes and sleep on the chairs and tables, and everybody's fine with it. You know? I have not seen this in any other countries in the world. This shows the deep compassion and deep connection to nature that Turkish people have that I've not seen anywhere else in the world. And it also like prompted me something like, how do you know when you go to a city, how do you know if the people there are actually really nice people? You go to one of the street cats, walk up to it and see if it runs away. In most of the country I've been to, the moment you start to approach a street animal, they run away. Tells you a lot about the people there. Why are they so afraid of humans? Tells you a lot about people there. But here in Istanbul, you can walk up to a street cat or street dog, excuse me, and they will never run away. They will, oh, good night, Oniki, nasılsınız? Ben de iyi. Oh, the boss man here. Oh. Teşekkür ederim. Evet. Oh, the boss man. I haven't seen him for a while. Agil, you're Muslim, yep. Have you ever seen the actual beard of Prophet Muhammad? Oh, and Prophet Muhammad's the loin that he used is on display too. It really blew my mind to be looking at this actual relics, you know. It's really mind blowing. Ron Lucas, thank you, you're too flattering. I don't know how to respond to that. Agio, I haven't. Oh, yeah. And not just not just Prophet Muhammad, but all his relics from his followers and descendants is all here in Istanbul. And Christian relics too. The staff of Moses is here. The tomb of Mary, Mother Mary is here in Turkey as well. Ephesus is here in Turkey itself. Oh, the where Christianity all started. So this is an extremely spiritually charged country. JM, vaccination needed to enter cafes there? No, not at all. There's no restriction for anything. There's only occasionally you're required to wear a mask to go into big shopping malls. But apart from big shopping malls, there's no restrictions for vaccination, mask or anything. Nobody wears. Who the hell wears mask here? Nobody even wears a mask here. Don't even talk about vaccination. It's all free country here. Neil. The street cat came to me and beat me, but affectionately. Yeah, cats sometimes bite when they like you. Yes. Same. There's a near between Taksim and Nishantashi, Neil, since you've been here, there's a huge park called the Mashka Park. In the Mashka Park is what I call the cats park, you know, where there are a huge load of cats. You can check out my video on my top 5 favorite places check out my video on Istanbul Discovery Stray Cats, where I show you the cat park. You will be mind blown. JM, are you vaccinated? Yeah, I'm fully vaccinated Pfizer, only because I have to go back to New York eventually anyways. Huh?
Karşında kimse yok.
Kimse yok.
Sen kendinle mi konuşuyorsun?
Kimse yok. Çok.
Takipçi.
Many. Başka? Many? A lot.
Çok takipçisi var. Çok takipçim var senin o zaman.
Huh?
You ever follow us next time?
Oh, many. The whole world is watching right now.
How many people is watching right now?
Right now, 16.
16?
Yeah, 16.
60 bin.
Yeah.
60 bin.
16 galiba.
16 bin.
16.
Az.
Us?
Az.
Us?
Sen çok olman lazım.
Oh, so funny. Thank you. Agil, bye Limpeh, I have to go out and I only have a PC. So yeah, bye. Love your streams. Yeah, see you Agil from Kuala Lumpur. Do join me every morning. Neil, çok kisi var. Oh, çok kisi var. B, hi. Good morning to you. Good afternoon, Singapore. B from Singapore. And for those of you who just joined my live stream, this is a very cold autumn morning here in Istanbul. About when I woke up was 4 degrees Celsius. Right now, probably about 6 degrees Celsius. Very, very sunny day here in lovely Istanbul. And because it's so sunny, I don't go out. In fact, I had like half the idea to just do this at home just now. And I'm here in the cafe that I streamed from last month. So this is the second time I'm here with my favorite almond chocolate cookie and coffee. And if you are new to my live stream, welcome. This is a live stream where every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe or location here in Istanbul, grab a coffee and chit chat about life, chit chat about everything, right? And if you like this form of a live stream, do help me subscribe and do join me every morning, 10 a.m. Turkey time. And if you are into spirituality, I do a 2 hours meditation session every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Turkey time. Do join me. B, preparing for my kids' tuition again. My kid going primary 6 next year. Wow, very busy. B is super involved in her kid's life. You know, my mom was like complete hands off, when it comes to my schoolwork. She never cared. Even when I was like top 3 in school, she never cared. Neil, bye Limpeh. I'll watch your video later today. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Neil from JB, Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Thank you for checking in, Neil. B, a big duck can't see so well. Autumn tree is very nice. Yeah. Why is it a big duck? Because it's super sunny today. Like I really miss the past few days when it's just all clouded over, Lolo, welcome. Good afternoon, Lolo from Singapore. 3:30 in Singapore. Here you have morning break. I have afternoon coffee break. So just nice. La kopi, Limpeh la kopi. Rachel from Singapore. Good morning, Limpeh. The boss is very friendly. Yeah, not just the boss. Actually, Istanbul people are generally this friendly. Yeah. That's why, like I always say, there are 5 things I look for in a country that I live in or a city that I live in. And the most important criteria, which very few cities, or in fact no cities have fulfilled so far, is happy, friendly people. Only here. I've only experienced happy, friendly people here in Istanbul or Turkey. Other countries like New York, like Korea, even Singapore, all angry people, very angry. People are always perpetually angry in these places. I don't know why. B, when you show around the cafe, okay. B, have fun, join you maybe later. Yeah. Fighting. B, I think you work harder than your daughter, honestly. Low. Wow, you say SG not friendly, is it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, SG is not friendly. Singapore is one of the angriest people I've ever encountered in the world. Yeah. You can do anything and offend somebody. You can just you being human offend somebody in Singapore. Just you being alive. The fact that you're alive and breathing other people's air offends someone. Okay, that's how bad Singapore is. Kim Teo, good morning Kim, welcome to my live stream. Yesterday, I had my 2 hours meditation, right? Now, you guys remember I keep telling you guys that some of you always ask me how I know so much about everything. Yeah? I always say I learn and realize all of these things about life and the truth and everything just through meditation. And actually people find it hard to believe, right? But it's exactly how it works, And so throughout my spiritual practice and meditation over the many decades, right? From point to point, time to time, I have what I call the awakening moments where I have a very deep, profound experience and a very deep paradigm shift, which completely changes the way I look at and experience life. And yesterday was one of those. Yesterday, during my 2 hours meditation, during my 2 hours meditation, suddenly there was a moment where all of a sudden I realized deeply, that means I realized a paradigm shift. It actually changed my whole paradigm. Like today I look at the world completely different right now. Okay, I'm not the same person you guys saw yesterday anymore. It's that deep. It was about this idea of lack. This, you know, I used to say this, like, we live in a generation. A lot of people think that we are living in a unprecedented era of prosperity. But before, many years ago, I made a video. I said that is only the surface. What that resulted was, it created the unprecedented era of lack for everybody, because you can't lack what do not exist, right? And therefore, with so many things being invented, people are lacking more and more. Before, you never lacked an iPhone because it didn't exist. Now everybody lacks an iPhone. Everybody lacks this, lacks that, lacks a car, lacks, you know. You cannot lack what doesn't exist. So the more you invent, actually, the more lack you're creating in the world. But yesterday, during that meditation, I clicked even deeper. In fact, I realized that lack don't exist either. Why? Because the negative is not existentially an existential reality. What do I mean? Is that right now Limpeh is not here, but Limpeh is not here. Limpeh is in New York, and I am here in Istanbul. She is not here. I am not have no money. I am just, my pocket is empty. I am not lacking a big house. I am just living in this house. The deep existential reality has no lack or negatives in it. That, you know, it may sound to you like a theory, but yesterday during my meditation, it clicked as a paradigm shift. Boom, exploded my mind, and I felt a huge shift in the way I look at everything. In fact, the implication is so deep that I would say this, yesterday's awakening moment to me was the end of suffering. Why? Because when you cannot lack, when you understand there is no such thing as lack, not just mentally understand, but when it becomes a part of how you process information, when you click, when you have a paradigm shift, you can no longer suffer. Because everything you're suffering is a form of lack. When you're in pain, okay, you're suffering. Why? Because you lack comfort. Oh, I lack medicine, I lack this, but it's just pain. It's just what it is. If you can acknowledge it as what it is and see it as what it is, okay, it ceases to be suffering. It's just it just is. Then I realize, then I have reached the end of suffering. And if Buddhism define the end of suffering as becoming enlightened or a Buddha, then I have basically become enlightened yesterday. Because once you have this paradigm shift, that's the end of suffering. It's amazing. And that happened to me yesterday, during yesterday's meditation. And you can see the whole process still in the live stream, my live stream playlist, where I did the 2 hours meditation yesterday. You can see the whole process. When I got the realization, my whole body trembled. I was having I felt energy shooting in all directions. I was like boom, 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 boom. The whole body was just trembling and wrecking uncontrollably. Just crazy. And then suddenly everything started to click together. That is true knowledge, where then I realized the difference between knowledge and information is this, Information is like a software which you download onto a computer but you never install. And knowledge is when you actually install it into a computer. And today, there's so much information in the world, which means everybody is downloading a lot of programs on your computer but not installing. They are not installed. They are just, I have this, I know this, I know that. But it's not installed in your software. It's not part of your software. And it takes tremendous amount of effort, practice, discipline, or whatever. I don't even know what it takes, honestly. that someday it click and installs itself within your very psyche, within your very personality, resulting in what modern science call a paradigm shift. When you have that paradigm shift, you have a strong transformation. That's when the information becomes knowledge, you know. I don't know, but yesterday's awakening experience during my 2 hours of meditation was one of the most important events in my life, I would say. And I'm sharing this as a testimony to those of you who are also practicing in your life, you're doing some kind of practice. Just know that the simple act of sitting down, doing nothing, and being aware of the real existential world itself, this act itself will open up all your wisdom. You will allow your body to self-teach you everything in the world. Like I say, I don't read books about anything, but I seem to know everything, right? Because it all clicks naturally. Yeah, so that's just me sharing, and also sharing as a form of encouragement for people who are on the same path. Yeah. Subject: what's up, sir? I love your channel and work. You're such an incredible help. I look so much better thanks to you. Oh, wow. Subject 001, where are you from, and in what aspect did I help make you look better? RG, good morning, Limpeh. RG, I did your meditation for 1 hour. There were distractions around my place to focus. Yeah, you know, my meditation system is so counterintuitive, right? Everybody says you cannot have distractions in order to do meditation, but my system, I say no, you need a lot of distractions, as much noise as possible. They all help to root you in the existential moment. How do you feel after practicing my meditation, RG? The week before it was good, no noise. Meditation reinforces your awareness, yes. And awareness is the key to opening up. I wouldn't say open up something, but awareness aligns your mental, spirit, energy in one line, because you're focusing everything on just one thing. It aligns every of your being on that one thing, and suddenly the true wisdom from within just pour forward. And you start to experience and understand things that you honestly never thought of during your waking hours. It's so amazing, right? This is why, I keep saying, like, people come to spirituality with just a simple, like, I want to have less stress, just a mental well-being thing. But once you get deep enough, you open up an entire new world. It changes and transforms you. The way you experience the world gets transformed. And because of that, there is the possibility of removal of this whole concept of suffering from your life at all, like completely. And this is what a lot of people call enlightenment, Buddha, whatever you call it. It's not important. In fact, I don't like those terms either. But just know that it leads you to a state where, very simply said, every day you're happy no matter what the hell happens. And so that's sharing my very profound, and I would say the most important awakening moment that I have experienced in my life so far in yesterday's meditation. I say yesterday was yesterday's awakening moment was big enough that I can call it a new beginning in my life, yet again. It shifted my entire thing so much. It brought me to a whole new level of energy. And suddenly, I'm incapable of suffering or feeling miserable about anything. It's amazing. Subject: I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I'm only 22, but I've been in some rough living. New York. Buffalo, New York. I live in New York City, by the way. Queens, New York. But I've been in some rough living, so I use your getting rid of wrinkles and general anti-aging videos a lot, and notice a lot of rejuvenation in my face. Wow, I'm glad to know that. Yeah. As long as you follow my 3 enemies of anti-aging, the face yoga gel exercise, okay, just doing this too, immediately you will I won't call it rejuvenation, you will regenerate I call it a regeneration. Shift. Quite lively today. Namaskaram, Shift. Good morning, Shift from India, from Bharat. I don't like to call it India anymore. Bharat. For Bharata. For those of you who don't know, okay, the real name for India is not India, it's Bharata. The term India is a Western name, just like China is a Western name. China is not called China, it's called Zhongguo. Korea is not called Korea, it's called Tehanmingu. So let's all know the actual name. Japan is not called Japan, it's called Nihon. So India is not called India, it's called Bharata. Depending on where in India you come from, okay, it can change from Bharat to Bharata to Bharatan. Ajit, I feel calmer. I practice a lot meditation. A few years ago with my yoga practice, I'm slowly getting back into it. And Ajit, yes, that's exactly the way it works. Nobody actually, I find it, maybe very few people do this persistently for years. For me, I come and go as well. I focus on different things at different times of my life, but I always come back. I always come back to my spiritual practice after getting a new period of different life experience. I always come back. After that, I do something new, and then I come back again with all that new experiences, and then start to process all these new experiences within the framework of my spiritual practices. I come and go as well. And every time I come and go throughout the years, I have very profound awakening experiences. And yesterday was one of those days. Very happy. Yesterday was like my new birthday, Shish. We also prefer Bharat. Thank you, Limpeh. Bharata. It's like you call it Bharat, right? It's very interesting in India. Different parts of India call it slightly different. More to the northern part, they call it Bharat. Towards down south, they call it Bharata. And you go to Tamil Nadu, they call it Bharatan. Subject 1. I'm so happy you had the awakening. Wow. I'm so glad that this is a topic that clicks with you as well. I've had some of those moments in my Taekwondo meditation. Wow, your Taekwondo still teach the meditation? This is really good because just yesterday the day before, I was talking about how all traditional martial arts has a spiritual practice attached to it. But over the years, they remove all the spiritual practice, and now all you're left with are movements that actually do not transform your life. I'm so glad that your Taekwondo class still teach the meditation attached to it. I'm so glad to see that. And yes, my jawline is sharp now and double chin is gone. There you go. Subject 1. By the way, sorry for the long messages. I'll keep it short now. I was just really excited to talk to you. Oh, no. Do your long messages. I like long messages. I like to take time to read the message. Why? Makes the live stream longer. and yeah, subject 1. I'm so glad. And well, 100% I will be going back to New York, and who knows, we could even meet in real life, not just talk like this, but even in real life. And perhaps even stream together, I don't know. Alpha is from Nepal. Assalamualaikum. I need to practice this. It's still not so fluent. Alpha is from Nepal. Subject 1. I'm honored. Thank you. And yeah, I would love to. You're amazing, man. Thanks a lot. I'm pretty sure you're amazing as well. Subject 1. It takes an amazing person to recognize someone else as amazing. Bitter person will only see bitter people. So yes, you are amazing too. 100%. James Rhymes, what vaccine have you taken? Like I said, I've taken Pfizer because I have to return to New York. I live in New York. Yeah. Of course, it's not a secret. Why is vaccine and mask becoming a religion? It's not a religion. It's just a personal health issue. Come on, let's stop making it a religion. Let's stop the division and the divisive ideas in the world. Stop dividing mankind. Before the COVID before COVID, mankind used to be divided based on nationality, religion, and things like that, and even gender. These days, mankind are further divided by vaccination or vaccinated or not vaccinated. And so therefore, within the same country, people are further divided. Within the same religion, people are further divided. People are being divided, humankind are being divided into smaller and smaller chunks. And that kind of division and separation creates a lot of suffering and misery in the world. Yeah. Let's all, beginning with ourselves, decide to just stop this nonsense and then start to spread inclusiveness. The kind of inclusiveness that I feel here in Istanbul, in Turkey, where nobody cares and nobody talks about vaccination, masks, or any of this bullshit. Yeah. And why I like Istanbul or Turkey right now is you don't feel the impact of COVID in everyday life at all. Waalaikumsalam. ABCDE. Hello Limpeh. Hello ABCDE. James Rhymes. Good hair day, mate. Oh no, today is a bad hair day. I keep trying to do this, do that. And where are you watching from, James? First time I see you on my live stream. And welcome to my live stream. How do you know about my live stream? People here in Istanbul, so friendly, so amazing. If you ask me what's the number one thing I like about Istanbul or Turkey, it's the people. Hanan. The people is what I don't see anywhere else in the world. For those of you who just joined my live stream, welcome. It's a very cold Sunday morning here in Istanbul. Woke up to 4 degrees Celsius. Right now it's about 6 degrees Celsius. It's a very sunny Sunday morning. Very slow Sunday morning here in Istanbul. Autumn morning here. This is the first country in the world where I point a camera, people will wave and say hi. This is the only country in the world I've been to where people do not just run away from the camera like pigeons, you know. And pigeons in Istanbul don't run away from people either. So just amazing. Just an amazing country, amazing city, amazing. And because of what I've shown you guys about Istanbul, right? 3% has come to Istanbul, okay, from watching my live stream. 1 from Paris and 2 from Singapore. Yes, one more came this past week. I think the Istanbul government needs to do something with me. I'm kind of an Istanbul ambassador. But honestly, you don't know how amazing Istanbul is until you have been to many other countries. You need to be able to make this comparison. After you've been to enough other countries, you will see how wonderful Istanbul is. So for those of you who just discovered my live stream, this is a live stream where every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe or location here in Istanbul, grab a coffee and chat about everything about my experience here in Istanbul, my experience around the world over the past almost 20 years, my experience in spirituality, my internal realizations about spirituality stuff and things like that. And if you enjoy such discussions every morning, join me 10 a.m. Turkey time every morning. I cannot convert to your time zone. I have viewers from every single time zone. Like you see, subject here is from New York, and then Alpha is from Nepal, Shishi from India, and RG from Europe, Dublin, and a whole bunch from Singapore. All over the world. Good morning, May from Singapore. Look at that. Every time zone. So I can only tell you this. 10 a.m. Istanbul time. 10 a.m. Turkey time is where my live stream happen every day. And every Saturday afternoon, I do a 2 hours meditation live stream as well. You can watch my meditation, and especially yesterday's meditation gave me the greatest, most important paradigm shift in my life so far. And you can see the whole process, how it happened. You can see how the energy was jolting from my body, and my body was wow. I was so glad that the whole moment was captured in my live stream and now saved as a video. Subject 1, yeah, New York is definitely not a place where people wave to the camera. Yeah, I'm a motor vlogger. Oh, interesting. And people think I'm doing something bad because of the helmet and the camera always on. Yeah. Well, subject 1 is not just New York. Pretty much everywhere in the world that I've been to, people like that. May, like, thank you, May. Subject 1, good morning everyone in the chat. Awesome to know it's so diverse, extremely diverse. I have an extreme diverse, viewer base. I don't even know why. I don't even know why you guys enjoy this so much. That every single day I see the same people. Every single day. Leo Oliver, condoms are only 98% effective. Yeah, we all know that. It's something so my generation, which is a long time ago. We know that since like 35 years ago. Leo Oliver, I'm so drunk. Oh man. Well, nothing like discovering my live stream when you're drunk. Where you're watching from, Leo? When I was younger, when I was younger, I loved to drink, get drunk, and play video games. And especially when you get drunk and you play FPS games, wow, suddenly you just go on a rampage. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I was growing up all my life. I was a very avid gamer and very competitive gamer. Growing up, I'm competitive doing anything and everything. Yeah, just nothing I do for fun. Even if you've been following me over the past year, for about 6 months in the beginning of this year, I was training full time as a MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I fully intend to be a world champion in my age group. Why? Because I'm fitter and younger than most people in my age group, right? So I have a real chance, So I was really fighting for it. And yeah, that's the thing, I don't do anything just for fun. I do everything to be the best in the world. In Korea, we call this one iltempiong. In Korea, we call it iltempiong. What's iltempiong? It's not. Iltempiong has two meanings, no? One is first class soldier. Second is you're addicted to being a champion. I'm both. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I did really well in the military. I spent 7 years in the military, by the way. And in not just in so many schools, I was Ilteng. I was number 1 in my infantry section leader school. I was number 1 in Naval Officers Advanced School. Yeah. I had Ilteng Pyong. Always aim to be the champion. Oliver, Gatorade and a good gym session will be set, bro. Leo, I'm gonna be a dad and I'm terrified. Oh. If you get my message, Leo, I'm watching from somewhere. Bro, you're cool. I'll subscribe. Wow, man. Leo, right now, everybody and anybody will look cool to you. Okay? So just subscribe. Hit notification, hit like, and do it for every people you see on your page right now. Rachel, hi Limpeh, how do you come to invent your meditation? It's listening to our surroundings rather than shutting. Yeah. I learned it. Of course, I learned many different styles of Qigong and meditation in my life. This system that I invented is based on Zen meditation. It's based on a simple story. Okay, it's in the past there was a Zen master walking through a forest with his disciple, and then the disciple asked the master, "How do I enter into Zen?" Zen takes a long time. Most of them take 20-30 years, and never reach Zen. Yeah? And so the master said, "Can you hear the stream in the distance?" Then the disciples said, "What stream? I can't hear anything." They say, "Listen carefully." That's when the disciple quiet down, brought his attention and focus from the story world into the real world, and then he heard a stream in the far distance. So he told the master, "Oh, I hear it." And the master said, "Enter Zen from there." Actually, my meditation system is a Zen system, but I took out everything that are extraneous and religious and unnecessary, and focus on the one thing that really trains your brain to experience a real paradigm shift in a real everyday life. And therefore, it's not just sitting down. It's a 5-stage meditation system where eventually the goal is to remain meditative and aware in the moment, no matter what you're doing in life. When you're working, you're walking, when you're drinking, when you're eating, everything. Every moment of your life, you have to be like that. That's why it's 5 stages. ABCD, why do you leave the military? Honestly, because it was paying too little at that time. Being a military officer was my great childhood dream, by the way. So I actually realized my childhood dream, but after about 5 years into the military, I realized that monetarily I would die in the military, that it's not paying enough, and the retirement amount that was promised would not last me all my life. So from then on, during the final 2 years of my military life, I started to learn, I started to explore, I started to create my own other thing outside of the military. And when I'm ready, I left. Subject 1, oh my god. Limpeh, with your looks, you could compete in my age division. I'm training right now to get the Korea tournament. Oh, right now the all Korean championship for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is big. Yeah. But yeah, subject 1. That's why I really think I have a shot at being a world champion in my age category. Because honestly, very few people my age group, which is Masters 4, 45 to 50 years old age group, has my physics and my energy. But very sadly, 6 months ago, I had a torn rotator cuff and a torn scapula. So yeah, I had to quit or get a surgery. To me, surgery is out of the question. I never go to the hospital for anything, and I'm not gonna make this my first time. So from then, I just moved on, and I returned to my spiritual practices. Like I said, I always return to my spiritual practices. And since then, I'm so blessed that I made breakthrough over breakthrough after breakthrough in my spiritual practice. And also that's when I decided to start my daily life stream. If I'm still training every day 12 hours a day, I have no time for this, honestly. When I'm training, I train full time, 12 hours a day every day. I have no time for this if I'm still training to be a world champion. ABCD, you're very disciplined, so you will do well there. Yeah, exactly. I do very well in the military. I did very well in the military. I enjoy myself tremendously in the military. Leo, sup, light, bro, you just blown my mind. Man, Leo, in the stage that you are right now, anything will blow your mind. The world is a miracle to you right now. The world is full of marvelous things and miraculous things to you right now. Okay? ABCD, what's the cost of surgery? I don't want to do the surgery. It's not about the money. It's about me never ever getting my body altered or opened up in any ways. I've been admitted only once in ICU because of an acute syndrome which I almost died from. Actually, I died. Yeah, that was spring of 2016 in Korea, and then they brought me back. But apart from that one time in my whole life, I have been in traffic accidents. I was a motorcycle racer, so I had a lot of accidents. I never once went to the hospital. I'm not gonna make this the first time. Yeah. Subject 1, that's really interesting point. Meditate to soak in surroundings. Yes, I know people says close everything up until you can hear only your mind. No, your mind is the problem. But respectfully, I only hear by everything less awakening. Yeah. Subject, if you're interested in my meditation system, go to my channel and look for the playlist called Story World. Why do I call it story world? Because today most people suffer, what they suffer from is this. They live in a story world, a man-made world created by the media, created by other people, that is not existentially true, what I call the real world. So my meditation system hopes to help people alleviate stress and live more happy life by having the ability to separate their mind away from the story world, which is full of COVID, war, famine, bad government, bad people, to be able to reside in the real world. What's the real world right now? What you see, what here? This cup is real. It's just a cup. There's no war in the cup. There's no COVID in the cup. You know? So, but the ability to distance yourself from the story in the head is not a natural thing. It will not happen naturally because your brain has been conditioned through generations to reside exclusively in that space. So basically, most human beings are walking robots existing in a virtual world. Only the body is automatically doing things in the real world, you know. So you need to train your brain to separate itself, to create a little space, create a little separation between the story world and the real world, so that you can experience in Christianity what we call the peace beyond understanding. Once you come to the real world, then you suddenly realize an incredible sense of peace which you can feel physically as a wave of relaxation just pour through your body, and you can experience that through my meditation system. I call them Story World Meditation System. Just go to my channel and search for Story World. Okay. Kim Teo, where do you learn your meditation? If unguided, can it injure the person? Like, no, of course not. Kim, watch my video on the meditation stage 1. Listen to how I explain, and then you will know you'll never go crazy. You know why? Because it's not a meditation where it makes you imagine this, imagine that. In fact, that is a problem. Any meditation that requires you to imagine this, imagine that, you go crazy. The brain is the problem. Yeah. Subject 1. Oh my God. I can't wait to get to 12 hours training. Also, I can't wait to see you on the podium. I'm not going to do it anymore. Subject, I'm done. I'm done that phase of life. I've experienced enough of it. Yeah. Leo, haha. Rachel, oh, cause I ever joined one meditation, there's some special music. No, never meditate with music. Because music, like I said, I actually explained in my video called Quit Music to Quit Suffering, right? Now, when you're meditating, you want to focus on the real world. You don't want music to carry you away from the real world and deeper into the illusion of the story world. So any meditation that turns on some form of music is not a real meditation. It is a form of tantra. It is a form of using music just to create a temporary feeling of comfort or relaxation. But once you get into the real world, all your problems come back again. My meditation system is the system that will lead you to, actually it will lead you to enlightenment. I do it, and even yesterday, I had the most profound and most important awakening moment in my life just yesterday. You can watch it happen in yesterday's meditation live stream where I meditated for 2 hours and boom, it just exploded within me, you know. And so remember, music meditation is not real meditation. Music meditation is, I would call, relaxation hypnotism. Once you finish, you're back into the story world, you're back into the misery of everything you've created in your brain, you're back to square one. My system will take you away from that bullshit so that you can reside perpetually in the peace and happiness and bliss of the real world like I do. And that's the end of suffering. You cannot suffer anymore once you reach there. RG, how do you sit so straight when you meditate? Yeah, for 2 hours I sit straight. My back relapses at times. Do you practice Pranayana, right? You're talking of pranayana or pranayana? I don't know pranayana after meditation. No, I don't. If I do I call it my storyboard meditation, right? If I do my storyboard meditation, after that I don't do anything because that is enough. That the meditation itself will bring you to that state. I do my pranayana during sunrise and sunset because that's when you can absorb the most of the energy fields in the world. When the world is changing from light to dark or dark to light, that's when the most acute amount of temperature change and sudden change in the environment happens, and that shock to the environment releases a lot of very powerful energy into the space. You can call it ions. It releases a shitload of positive ions. That's why in the morning when you breathe the air, it's like so amazing, right? Because due to the sudden shock of introducing sunlight or removal of sunlight, the air implodes and positive ion gets released, and that's the time that's the best time to do your pranayama, where you can absorb most of that energy. That's what I do every morning. I wake up for sunrise. These days, yeah. Rachel, don't feel. Rachel, what do you think of singing bowls? Again, anything that comes with the kind of sound, some kind of sound to lead you into certain state, it's just relaxation hypnotism that does nothing real for your life. That after the session, you'll be back into the only source of misery in your life, which is your story. Have you guys realized this? That you're only suffering your story. You're suffering nothing else in the world. You're only suffering the past, the future, which all happens in your story. You're suffering everything the media is telling you about the world. You're suffering everything that is not real in your existential reality. That means the only suffering is your story world. But once you can just separate it, you no longer have to take all these anesthetics. What anesthetics? Singing bowls, music meditation. All these are just anesthetics, They're just medicines to numb you from the pain. After that, you go back to the pain. What's the point? What's the point of going through a session to numb the pain just to go back to the pain? My system will take you away from the pain completely. If you consistently and just keep doing it every day without expectation, just do it every day. You don't even need a special environment. Right now, right here, I can do it. I'm doing it already, right now, right here. You don't need a special clothing. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need to be in a special environment. Right here, right now, I can do it. That's why it's so convenient. That's why it works. Because my system integrates itself into your life. You don't need to go to a special place, play special music, or see some special people. No. Right here, right now, I can do it. I'm there. Right now, I'm really doing it. Right now, I'm feeling everything around me right now. I can feel the tree. I can feel the guy behind me. I'm doing it right now. And I don't need special music. I don't need anything. No, those are commercial things. RG, have you ever have out of body experience? Yeah, I have, of course. In one of my awakening moments, of course. Mike Man X. What about suffering in the physical body? Very good question, Mike Man. Very good question. Now, understand this. Pain or disability of the physical body, okay, or even cancer, some kind of pain, some kind of persistent pain, is only suffering when it goes to the story world. When you look at the pain in the real world, when you just look at it, it's just a feeling. This is pain. But am I suffering the pain? No. This is pain. Am I suffering the pain? No. I just acknowledge the feeling. It's just a feeling. It's just a physical sensation. I don't have to translate that into the concept called suffering in my brain. This is why I say you're only suffering your story world, because all these concepts, oh, I'm in pain, oh, I'm a patient, oh, I'm a victim, oh, I'm suffering this. All these are in your story. In the existential moment right now, if you can look at it without thinking, it's just a feeling. And the feeling means nothing. You can accept that feeling. Well, this is what I feel. That's it. What the hell? That's the end of suffering. The end of suffering for people is like when people think about Buddha, they think like, oh, Buddha cannot feel pain, cannot. No, Buddha feels everything. In fact, when you're enlightened, you feel it more deeply, and you feel more dimensions of that same feeling. But you do not create suffering out of it, and that is the end of suffering. Suffering is purely man-made. Suffering is purely self-made. And you know what? Even worse, some people are addicted to creating suffering. They love to be the victim. They love to have a sad story to tell. That is all the suffering they are suffering from. Very good question, Mike, man. Very good question. Thanks for the question. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to share this. ABCD. How many hours do you sleep? I sleep anything between 7 to 10 hours. Yes. I sleep a lot. RG. Through the nose and stomach, it clears your body from toxin. What? Through the nose and stomach? Rachel. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah. Rachel. Yes, I guess it is a form of hypnosis, but I was not taken it. Not influenced by it at all. Still very in the real world. Then Rachel, do mind system. If you are a person who is not easily hypnotized and you are always very well anchored in the real world, my meditation system will release the real life power in you. You will be transformed. You will. Rachel, I guarantee you. Maybe if you do a 2-hour stretch, try to do 2-hour stretch. To me, all my best awakening moments come when I do long stretches, not just 10-20 minutes. Okay, it won't work. Do long stretch. And you know what? I guarantee you, because if you're already well anchored in the real world rather than the story world, you will start to open up the wisdom. The wisdom will just start coming, and it will start pounding, and you will start to create paradigm shifts right away. Try it, Rachel. Let me know. Mike Man, thanks for your answer. Thanks for the question, Mike Man. Because if not for your question, I wouldn't have the be able to share. DCM, hi DCM, long time no see. Thought you mati. B, hi DCM. Oh B, I thought you're busy with your daughter. Little Winter Cottage, good night, Narcissus. Little Winter Cottage from Ankara of Turkey. Ankara is the capital of Turkey, guys, not Istanbul. B, not seen you for a while, DCM. Yeah, I haven't seen DCM for a while. RG, did you ever do a silent retreat meditation where you don't speak for? Yeah, of course. 12 days. I do 3 to 4 months. Yeah. There was a stretch of about 5 years. Every 3 to 4 months, every year for about 3 to 4 for about 3 to 4 months, I don't talk. There was a stretch of time in my life where I did it. Yeah. In fact, right now, every day, this is the only time I talk. After I do my daily live stream, for the rest of the day, I don't talk at all. B, taking a break. Little Winter Cottage. Sis Narcissus, bende themselves. By the way, me and Little Winter Cottage, we just communicated in Turkish language. Limpeh can speak a bit of Turkish, you know. Was it so? Little Winter Cottage. For those of you who just joined my live stream, wow, 23 likes, a lot of likes today. Wow, I must be sharing something really, something have changed. Do you guys feel it? Something has changed between yesterday and today. Do you guys feel it? I don't know how to put it in words. But do you feel that yesterday's stream and today is different? Do you feel it? DCM, good night then. Singapore is good afternoon. DCM is from Singapore. Singapore is good afternoon, not good night. Singapore is what, 4 p.m. right now? And right here, bright sunlight. Only America is nighttime right now. You guys feel there's a difference between my live stream yesterday and today? Like, it just feels different, but you just can't put a finger to it. Kim Teo, nice discussion today. Oh, which part is nice, Kim? B, 4:22 p.m. in Singapore, yeah. For those of you who just joined my live stream, this is a very beautiful Sunday morning here in Istanbul, 6 degrees Celsius. Very sunny day here in Istanbul. Whoa, very sunny. That's why I don't go out there. And Sunday mornings tend to be very quiet in Istanbul, you see. Usually this place is always, every single morning is crowded with people having breakfast, but not today. In Turkey, most of the shops and restaurants are actually closed on Sundays, okay? So don't come on a Sunday. People really take a break on every Sunday here. In fact, honestly, this is a Muslim country, right? But I feel people here takes the Sabbath more seriously than Christian countries. Like every Christian country I've ever been to, they all work like crazy on Sundays. Everything is open, everything, aren't you supposed to be taking the Sabbath on Sundays? I see it here in Istanbul. People really take the Sabbath, even though it's Muslim. ABCD, I feel Limpeh is level up. Yeah, you feel it, right? I just, yesterday and today, I am different man. Yesterday and today, I'm a different man. I don't know how to explain. It's such an amazing, wow. I feel Limpeh is level. Yes. Oh, I think he is 9,000. Alphas is 2:06 p.m. in Kathmandu of Nepal. Kim Teo. Meditation and insights about no suffering. Ah, okay. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that that's such a powerful message that today I'm getting the most number of likes, today. Right now it's 23 likes. This is the most likes I've ever gotten during the live stream itself. DCM, do you like vending machines? I don't know. I like vending machines when I was in Japan because it's everywhere. But you guys know one interesting thing? I've not seen a single vending machine here in Istanbul. Not a single one. Maybe someone could come and do a vending machine company here and really make some good money. I don't see any vending machines here. Interesting, huh? RG, where does your brother live? Did he visit you in Istanbul? Oh, my brother lives with my mom in Singapore and we have not met since. I've not met them since, yeah. Me and my brother, we pretty much don't talk. All our life we don't talk. Ever since young. Maybe because he's a little bit autistic. So since young he's kept to himself and he don't really communicate. While I'm like always out there, I'm always open and always out there. So, and and I come from a very traditional family where I'm the eldest son, which means I receive all the attention. And pretty much everybody ignores my younger brother, sadly. And so my younger brother became very secluded and all his life he don't talk. And all his life we've never spoken on the phone. Yeah. Even when we're together, we do a 1-2-liner thing. That's all. Yeah. I can feel like sometimes I feel like really sorry to my brother because I can feel like he's been living in my shadow all his childhood, which is I believe has some kind of impact on him. Yes. Iki. Oniki. And I believe it has impacted his childhood and therefore is probably still experiencing those impacts. So I'm quite sorry about all of this, but yeah. So the kindest thing I can do for my younger brother is really just to remove myself from his life so that he can become at least people in the family will start to notice him because I'm no longer around. No? Subject 1. Everything feels a little different today. Oh, subject 1, you feel it, huh? Everything feels a little bit different today. Yes? I noticed your positive change today. Plus,
açarsın belki.
Plus, I ended my quarantine after getting COVID and got my sense of taste back. Oh, congratulations! Subject 1, you're officially immune. Yeah. You're done with COVID. Congratulations, this celebration. Du- 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 du. And yeah, really, it's this uncontrollable explosion of life and energy within me after yesterday's meditation, where I got my latest awakening experience. This is amazing. I look at everything different right now. Like, I feel like a different person. I don't know how to explain, no, but I'm so glad you guys actually feel it, and that's the point. You know, that's the point. If you can feel something, then it's, yeah. Rachel, I guess I'm those very mental person, not easily going into trance. Exactly. Don't ever go into trance. Those teachers would be very disappointed because I have no testimonies to share. Yeah. Don't do the trance thing, the hypnotism thing. Those things do nothing for your life. And in fact, they can be very dangerous because you open access to your subconscious mind to other influence. And you cannot control those influence once you open it. Okay? Don't do trance meditations. Don't do anything to do with music and that kind of thing. Because you're opening your subconscious mind willingly. You're willingly lowering all your defenses and allowing an external force to change things within you without your knowing. A little bit like talking about the vaccine, but I'm not talking about the vaccine. Alphas. Actually, from yesterday night, I'm doing fasting. Advantages. Oh, Alphas, yesterday I fasted one whole day. Yesterday, one whole day, and I never ate anything. And maybe, I think, maybe that was also one of the things that helped me to realize my awakening moment during yesterday's meditation, where if you fast, your body becomes hyper alert, and when you're fasting, you get into a different state, and it adds on to your spiritual practice so much, you know. Yesterday I fasted all day, not because I deliberately fasted, only because I simply don't feel hungry at all. Subject 1, thank you, I miss food so much. Why food? B, can do a short video on your enlightenment from yesterday. I missed that part of the conversation. That part of the conversation was the 30 minutes, I think between 30 to 40 minutes. You can rewatch after this live stream, 30 to 40 minutes. Between the 30th to 40 minutes. I'm not going to make a separate video about this because honestly, I don't want to make it a big fuss. I don't want to make it something that looks like a marketing thing, or, you know, or see, experiences like this, honestly, you should just keep it to yourself. Because when you tell this kind of experience, you share it with the intention to help other people realize the same. But when you make it a video on a channel like this, I don't know, I just feel like it's inappropriate. You know? DCM, got to try Left 4 Dead 2. Oh man, I don't like the Left 4 Dead series. I played Left 4 Dead, the original. I didn't like it because use no brain. Doesn't involve any of my intelligence. So my most favorite, my all-time favorite FPS game is Battlefield 4. You need to be fast, you need to think, you know. Battlefield 4 is my all-time favorite FPS, and I actually played it competitively back in 2012. Back in 2012, I actually played Battlefield 4 competitively. Subject 1, oh yeah, this month I finally fasted for 48 hours. Oh, congrats! My mind definitely feels different, a better mental state, yes, and more aware of small details, yes. And in this state, subject 1, do my meditation. You will, if you meditate in this state, boom! I'm telling you, there's a very high chance that boom, something will change, something will explode within you, something will shift within you. Try it. In this state, try it. That's why in every religious practices, in every religion in the world, even Christianity, even Islam, there is always a period before important spiritual events that you must fast. Yes? Why? Because in fasted state, you can feel the spiritual power. Only in fasted state. That's why you fast. In every major religion, there is always fasting before a significant event. Before a significant spiritual event, you always fast. Yes, in Christianity, in Islam, it's all the same. And in daily life as well. Let's say you fasted for 48 hours. I fasted for 48 hours yesterday as well. And the moment after, and in that state, when I did my meditation yesterday, boom, that moment was, I don't know, man. Try it. Who knows? Who knows? B. Also hypnotism with music, sound meditation. Why not try them? No. Like, again, B, never do any form of hypnotism. I thought I just explained, B, that if you do any form of hypnotism, if you do any form of music meditation, you're in effect opening up your subconscious mind to external influence, and you cannot control the influence. And worst of all, after the session, you're back into the same bullshit of your story world. You're back in the misery anyways. So it's just a temporary anesthetic, it's just a temporary relief. Why do you seek temporary relief? Why not seek for a solution? Why not seek to be away from misery once and for all? Why seek temporary solace? In fact, this is the Limpeh tip. If you want a temporary solace, you know what you do? Sleep. Sleep is better than your music meditation, your hypnotism, trance bullshit, all that crap. Just sleep. 1 hour of sleep will do more for you than 1 hour of hypnotism and trance music shit, bullshit. Yeah. Alpha, do you feel a little weak when doing fasting? Alpha is just the thing. I don't do fasting. I never do fasting. I just naturally not eat because I don't feel hungry, and because I'm not eating only because I'm not feeling hungry. I don't feel weak. Yesterday, I haven't eaten since 2 days ago. You feel, but if you deliberately deprive yourself of food, if you deliberately fast, even though you really want to eat, then you feel weak, you feel terrible, you feel miserable. Why do it to yourself? Fasting is a natural consequence of your state of being. You don't ever have to force yourself to do it, okay? In fact, it's unhealthy to force yourself to do it because your body is not ready. But if your body is ready, naturally you won't be hungry. Naturally you will fast. So that's why I always say I'm a natural faster. Naturally, a few days a month, I won't feel hungry at all, and I'll be at top energy, no hunger for a few days every month. RG, do you have a mantra word? No, I don't have a mantra word. My mom took me to meditation when I was 12 and gave me a mantra word to repeat during better not. Mantras are powerful, but not necessary. If you want a more super powerful mantra, I have a mantra for daily life. Very simple. That's in Korean language. It's a mantra that immediately remove the suffering of your situation. If you meet a lousy situation, like you're queuing up for a bus and someone cuts the queue in front of you, say this mantra. It's most powerful when said in Korean. But what it means is this. Well, it happens. Just accept it. Well, it happens. It's very powerful in Korean language only because Kurusteta is something already ingrained in the psyche and energy of Korean people. So you can use it very powerfully. But saying it in English is not part of the culture. Like, well, it happens. It's not natural. Okay? But if you want a mantra, that's my mantra. Most powerful mantra. Oh, I have another mantra for you. This mantra works. This mantra will create peace on earth if everybody learn to say this mantra. It's very simple. I don't know. Learn to say I don't know. And if only people learn to know that it's okay to not know, that you really don't know. If people only learn to say I don't know to everything they have not personally experienced, or they just say I don't know, there will be no war on earth. There will be no division between mankind. Today's divisions and sufferings is in a large part because I think I'm clever. I think I know about what you're going through, but you really don't know. I think what I believe is true, so I think what you believe is wrong. But is that really wrong? You don't know. Just learn to say, I don't know. It's okay to not know. When you can say, I don't know, you take away the burden of knowing from your shoulders. Do you know how tiring it is to know? Yeah, you have experienced it before? That when you're expected to know everything and you pretend to know everything because you're expected to know everything, how tiring it is? Knowing is more tiring than maintaining a lie. Because knowing is a lie. Knowing is a lie. If you have never experienced it yourself, it's a lie. Yeah? Just learn to say I don't know. Improve your life so much. DCM, yeah, the Abraham tanks, F-35 killing people. Oh yeah. Battlefield 4, yep. Subject 1, I definitely will. I'm very excited and honored I get to try your meditation. No, I'll be more excited to hear your story and your realizations. Yeah. So do practice, practice, and do share with me what you experience. Alpha, yes, 30 days in Ramadan. Yep, the fastings. RG, they say 16 hours of fasting is best. Well, any hour of fasting that your body simply don't need food is best. Alpha, I feel lightheaded and active, a little bit weak. Then you're not ready. But I guess in Ramadan I don't feel like it because I can fast for But in Ramadan you do take energetically charged food every evening, right? So yeah, you take Ramadan food, and Ramadan food is very high prana to keep you going through the day. So when we talk about fasting, I'm really talking about like absolutely no food. Yeah. RG, good mantra. You release your tension when you say it. Yeah. So let it be. Yeah, let it be. But of course, let it be and Kurustuita feels slightly different to me actually. Slightly different. But if it works for you, then it's good. Yeah, you realize, right, once you say it, it releases the tension of the moment immediately. If someone throws a cigarette butt on your feet, Kurustuita, move on. It releases the tension of the moment immediately. So if you ask me for a mantra, this is the best mantra. Why you want to use some kind of arcane mantra that you do, there's no meaning? Yeah? Agio, welcome back. Wow, you're still at the cafe. Yeah, I'm about to end because it's 1 hour 37 minutes. I'm running out of battery. Usually I do this for 1 hour, but I kind of realize that this thing is getting longer and longer every day. Every day is getting longer and longer. I started 30 minutes actually, then it became an hour. Then hour became 1.5 hours. Now it's pushing 1 hour 45 minutes. And do you know what's the real restriction right now? Is my battery life. Right now, this battery, if it runs out of battery while streaming, then I cannot save the video. So I have to end before it runs out of battery. Alpha is by slept very well. Yep. Kim Teo, do you drink while fasting? Yeah, you drink water. Okay, drink doesn't mean alcohol. Huh? Drink water. Huh? Drink a lot of water. Subject 1, add to the feeling of fasting at Alphas. After 24 hours fasting, you will notice your mind want to eat 10 times more than your body. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a mind thing. You eat for comfort. Yep. And that's the other good thing about fasting is it allows you to see your compulsion for what it is. Your compulsive eating for what it is. It's just a compulsion. And where the compulsion comes from is a karmic structure. A few days ago, I explained the entire karmic structure as I experienced it over my spiritual trainings and practices, and these compulsions arise from that. And fasting allows you to see it for what it is. And when you can see it for what it is, it loses its power. Once it loses its power, once it sees that, oh, I can no longer make you do what I want you to do, the energy starts to reduce and it starts to dissolve. This is what they call dissolving your karma, and it's a very physical feeling that you can feel. Right now, when you feel it, it's a very physical energy, right? You can feel a certain prickling in your head. Oh, I must do this. I must do this. Yes, it's an energy field. It's a very physical thing. And once you dissolve it, you literally feel the energy field dissolving away. RG, when you desire to manifest something, you must know it's a knowing that it's already here. Yeah, exactly. Which like in my experience, like my awakening experience yesterday, you're never lacking anything. Lack do not existentially exist. Lack is an illusion. Everything exists right here, right now. Everything. There is no such thing as something is missing, something is lacking at all. It's very hard to explain. That's why to me it's an awakening, a paradigm shift. It's not theory that you can just learn. So practice, and one day this will hit you as well. ABCD, would you invest in a phone to give it more battery life? I won't. I think 1.5 hours is good enough. I would invest a new phone when this one breaks. Samir, I have $200 in Fortnite earnings. Wow, nice. Professional Fortnite playing Fortnite professionally. I'll box you like a fish. Respond to me. Welcome, Samir. I'm just about to end because it's 1 hour and 45 minutes, about 1 hour 40 minutes, and I'm running out of battery. So yeah, guys, I gotta go. I'm really running out of battery. Thank you guys for the very interesting session today, and I'm glad and I hope you see how that is a different me you're talking to today than yesterday, and I'm glad some of you actually do noticed it. And yeah, welcome all of you, all the new people who rediscovered or discovered my stream for the first time, and amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thanks for the offer to be a sponsor, ABCDE, for a new phone. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but this one will do. When it breaks, I won't be able to communicate anyway. So either way, I will have to get my own new phone. Annyeong. Have a great Sunday and a great week ahead.